Morning, everyone. I reckon it's time to celebrate because it is 1 week of lockdown that we have successfully gone through. So I will give this a try. Woohoo! We made it. 1 week. This week in our devotionals together, we're looking at this subject of gratitude. And this morning, I want to draw your attention to Psalm 34. It's this beautiful psalm that scholars call a declarative praise psalm. It's where the psalmist is so full of gratitude for the way God helped him, and he wants to tell his story to other people who may be in some pretty difficult moments, I guess, like lockdowns. So they have this sense of renewed trust in God, and so that one day they'll also be able to tell some stories to others. It's kind of like this pass it on version of praise to other people. So let's look at the psalm in Psalm 34. The first thing I notice is that this psalm has 22 verses. And why they're significant is if you're reading this in Hebrew, which is the original language it was written in, you actually find that each of these verses begins with a different letter of the Hebrew alphabet. There's 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, and it's like the psalmist is saying, from Aleph to Tav, or from A to Z in our case, here are all these different reasons I want to praise God with this community of people. I call it alphabet praise. And I want you to give this a try in a moment, to actually just take all the letters of the alphabet, whether it's in English or Mandarin or Hebrew if you know it, and just come up with different reasons why you are grateful to God right here in this particular moment. And it can be hard, isn't it? But particularly in lockdown moments. But it's trying to tune our mind to kind of see God at work right here in the present. So while you're having your brekkie or while you're pouring your coffee, just start to think about the different things. So A, God, I thank you for the apple I had on my porridge this morning. B, God, I thank you for breakfast that I was able to enjoy this morning. C, God, I thank you for the coffee that I get to enjoy. And you just kind of go through from A to Z, from Aleph to Tav, as we continue to praise God together. Now, as you do this, you'll discover something quite profound. That even amidst a lockdown, you begin to experience what the psalmist says right here in verse 8. Listen, he says, taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, the joys of those who take refuge in him. Many of us are back in the kitchen now trying new dishes. That's kind of what I hear is happening all around the place. When a chef says to you, taste and try this new dish, I want you to try it. If he or she's a really good chef, it's an invitation for you to try it. And if they're a good chef, they know that you're not going to just take a little sample, but once you try it, you're going to want, the whole enchilada. A good chef is convinced that when you just take one bite, you're going to love what it is that you taste. And the psalmist says, come and taste. Come and taste that the Lord is good. Oh, the joys of those who take refuge in him. And this is exactly what happens in the midst of gratitude. As we go through this alphabet praise from A to Z of reasons why our heart is giving God thanks even in a lockdown situation, we actually start to develop a taste for the goodness of God. And as you do this, you find that your own soul finds renewed confidence in God. Taste and see that the Lord is good. See the refuge you have in him, even in contexts like this. In him we find our peace. After all, gratitude is the antidote to anxiety. I want to remind you tonight we have lounge worship at 7:30 p.m. The details are on our website. Praise is just so important to come together with a community of people to worship God. It turns our focus from fear to every reason to hope. Moves us from anxiety to peace. That's what we're all about. Enjoy today. God bless.